Hello everybody. Today we got probably some of my favorite Hot Wheels releases, I should say. And it's a kind of a unofficial mini series. Dang, these are more dusty than I thought. And they are not gonna fit on screen here, but they are the Nismo Skylines. Yes, so I'm not going to open the Team Transport only because it seems a little redundant. The Skyline is supposed to be the same. There might be some slight differences, but for the most part, it's supposed to be a repeat. So we are not gonna and plus the truck doesn't even resemble Nismo at all. There isn't a single Nismo sticker on it or stripe. So I really don't need it opened. It adds nothing to this. So we will just be looking at the 2-pack and the single R33. And we got the 32 and the 34 and the 2-pack. So I think I'll open the 2-pack first, and we'll go in order. Of course, oldest first. So we'll start with the 32, and then I'll get the 33, and then we'll end it with the 34. And then I should have brought out, actually I might, oh yeah. And then I can do this. I can park the Tomica Nismo GTR up there. But it kind of, Nismo's changed their style a little bit. It's more contemporary. That's the right term. Rather than the striping on the side of the car, it is now subtly at the bottom. And they kind of did away with that little stripe there, which is kind of sad because that's very nostalgic for Nissan. It's been around for a while. But people still buy the stickers and they'll put it on anyway. So I'm just gonna cut this with a knife, only because I love the background. It is the actual Nismo headquarters in Japan, and I think the Team Transport uses the same exact background. Yeah, look at that. Same exact, except on the 2-pack it's nighttime, and then here it is day, of course. I like how they even changed the artwork of the 32 though, or the 34. They didn't just change the orientation of it, they completely built it from scratch. This one looks more slick, more like an R34. This one's a little fat looking. But yeah, I definitely want to save the artwork on this one. Although, like this big packaging does nothing for anybody. I know me and Scal Enthusiasm had the same complaints about it. It's just so bulky. Like, there's no point in keeping it because you can't store it anywhere. But of course, I open most of my stuff anyway. So this packaging adds nothing except for the artwork. It's actually coming along quicker than I thought. Not the easiest thing, but okay, now it's being a pain. Of course, at the last corner, it doesn't want to come off. Then I might have to trim that. Oh my god, I like the reflection on the back there too. So actually they positioned the cars just like the photo, and then they have the background on there too, which I couldn't even see because of all this plastic kind of fogs your vision. So I'll have to trim the side of that later because I pulled it out very sloppy. Apparently these are recyclable, so. And we'll pull out the 32 first. Boom. Kind of think the headlight decals are a little funky on this one. There is your Skyline badge, which actually did away with after, well, on the GTR at least, they did away with it. Yeah, because the 33 base models and the 34 base models, the ER34s, the rear-wheel drive ones, they still had that Skyline logo, but I think it only appeared on the GTR 32. So I don't know about the headlights on this one. They kind of look funky. Of course, you do have the orange marker. You got your little vents down there. There's your awesome Nismo striping that I love. You got your 10-spoke wheels. I don't like how they all have different wheels. That's one thing I don't like. Because this one's got black 10 spokes. The 33 has gray TEs, and then the 34, I think, has black TEs. So there, they don't really look good together. But, of course, it's your stripe. You got Nismo on the wing there. There's your taillights. A little off-centered, but not too bad. Skyline in red, which is interesting. I don't know if I care for it in red there, but I guess if they did it silver, it wouldn't show up very well. There's your GTR. You got your markers. There's your GTR badge. Got that nice paint finish. I got some weird, I don't know what's going on there. Some debris in the paint. Of course, you got a metal base, rubber tires. Boom. I kind of think the stance of the 32 sits a little high. Like the wheels are just a little big on it, but it is what it is. Now I'll get the 33 out, which I have to go through a second round of package cutting. This should be much easier than that box. But I probably just jinxed it by saying that. I never found this one in the store, but so I had to trade somebody for it. That's not going to fit in the background. And I'm not going to get into the details of who that was because, you know, things kind of happened. They kind of, let's say the greed took over them and they started scamming, and I cut ties with them for reasons. You know, I did one trade well with them, but then they kind of got power hungry and they trying to rip me off. But whatever, it is what it is. I don't want to say scamming, but they tried to rip me off, and then they got mad when I didn't accept the offer. So, but it's a great release. I just messed up my camera. The headlights are a little funny on this one. Oh, great. I might have to reset the camera because it's not focusing very well. Alright, I think that's better. There, of course, are your gray TEs. The Nismo stripe. Does this one have Nismo written on there? No, it didn't. So, yeah, this one has Nismo written on the door, but this one does not. It's almost got the same decals, though. Oh, it's got Nismo written above the headlight, and this one doesn't either. It's interesting, because the 34 has that, too. Love the taillights on this one, though. Even with the fade, I like how they got that fade in the tail light there. I don't know if it's the most accurate thing, but it looks really cool. Nismo on the plate. This one have Nismo on the plate? No, because it's got like a... This one doesn't even have a plate molded into the casting. It has like the bracket that the plate would sit in, but that's not the actual plate. So they couldn't... I mean, they could do like Forza, where they just put a plate on the bumper. Like, there's not even a hole for it. And then you've got your Nissan badge, which is literally just silver paint. GTR. Nismo on the wing there. And yeah, it is a funny shape because that's following the little body line in the wing there. Why, I don't know why the markers are black though. It's weird. GTR badge. Well, I think that's a Skyline badge, not a GTR badge. That is in the front. And yeah, because no lightning bolt. S. Well, it's an S, but I think of it as a lightning bolt. Oh, and of course you got your little hood and your window sprayers, which the 32 doesn't have actually. It's nice and smooth. So I think these two are stock Skylines, or Skyline GTRs are stock mostly. I think he kind of has a big exhaust back there, but most part body wise they're stock. And yes, the 34 is stock as well, but this is an actual Nismo R34. It's not just a stock one. I don't know if this tray is recyclable. I'm going to assume it is. This is I think it's an S-Tune kit. A Nismo S-Tune. Not a Z-Tune, an S-Tune. But they do use the Z-Tune. It's the same hood and front end as the Z-Tune. My favorite thing about this one, though, is Nismo on the grill there. I love that. Headlights look better on this one, much better. Actually, yeah, they're better. Nismo on the hood, like the 33. There's your striping. Oh, but it's not on the door, so there's a little bit of inconsistency with these. Taillights look awesome. You got Nismo on the plate. There's your Nissan badge, which is a little better than this. No, not that one. 33. It's just it's a gray blob. You can tell it's a decal, but you can barely see it. This one's much better. You got the black line in there. You also got your third brake light. Of course, the spoiler is a little big on this, but it is what it is. It's just a casting complaint, not a release complaint. Nismo up there as well. So they all have Nismo on the spoiler. At least that's a little bit of consistency. There's your black TEs. And the striping. I think the decals look the best on this one, only because I don't think they're using the grainy ones. See? The only thing is with these, though, is that you kind of get an overlap shadow there. Well, they use the grainy details in the back, but the sides are fine, actually. They might have... No, those are the grainy ones. But those aren't. So they consistently use the regular decals for the hood. And then these are regular as well. So this is the only one that got grainy on the side. You can tell because yeah, I can feel it. And you can see how that gray touches the black there, how it gets really grainy. But these ones, it's a little more fine. Of course, this is definitely the grainies in the back there. So yeah, R34, definitely my favorite. And you line them all up and you get, boom. That's awesome. Now I can briefly compare it to the Team Transporters. We're gonna need to move these. I can try. So yeah, it seems like everything's the same back there. There might be some, like I said, there might be some quality differences in the decals. It's got the same wheels. Oh yeah, it's got the window trim too, which I didn't even notice. I can see it better on this one, but this one does have the window trim. I was gonna say, oh, it doesn't have the window trim. Markers, actually, yeah, they did change the marker light. This one looks more amber, and this one just looks more orange. Doesn't show up well on camera, but in person, you can definitely see that they kind of darken this one a bit to give it like a tinted look, or like a clear look. But this one's just orange paint, like the marker on the trailer here. So yeah, slight differences in the decal. Actually, this one is it just a red stripe with a little bit of black outline, but this one has the gray bottom of it. Actually, the Team Transporter doesn't even have the gray stripe. You can see under the black checkered look on the back there. Oh, hold on. I did find a difference. Zoom it in. See those two little gray checkers under the black there? And you can see the little gray line under the black. The black line's more defined there. But this one, oh no, those checkers are there. They're just very faint. They're barely even there. And there is a gray line. Okay, maybe there is a difference. But that's why I said the quality with the decals, it stands out more on this one. Because of the quality of the decals. They kind of refined it a little bit, which I like. Hood stripes the same. Only that we don't get that overlap, which might be just an error with this casting. We do have the Nismo badge on that above the headlight. And I really can't compare the front ends because of the trailer, but I'm pretty sure it will be the same because, you know, this one has Nismo in the intercooler too, so this one will have. So that one should have it too. So yeah, pretty much the same. No slight differences. I know, well, actually, the R32, the HKS one had a lot of differences, and I think that one had the most out of any. But, of course, we got 32, 33, 34, and 35, which actually isn't even the correct name. This is not an R35. Which that's the misconception. And, you know, I just have to say R35 because that's what everybody knows it by, but it technically isn't an R35. Nissan doesn't call it an R35. It's just a GTR. That's the same thing with the new Z. Everybody calls it the 400Z, but it's just the Nissan Z now. No number association. So, there you have it, guys. Kind of older stuff, a little bit. But definitely worth getting them all together. The GTR really doesn't fit in there. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.